If you've been paying attention to the fitness industry over the last few years, especially since COVID and the lockdowns, you'll notice that it's been changing. And it's been changing in quite a good way and quite rapidly. More people are coming away, from training more bodybuilding, more for just looks, and a lot of people are wanting, function, be more mobile, longevity. And you can see this with the content that's being put out there. People very much changing from a bodybuilding style to more, maybe CrossFit, hybrid training, this new high rock stuff that's coming in, that's still quite in its infancy. A lot of people are really changing, and you see it in the trends. Like I said, the content, you see the people like Andrew Huberman pushing like longevity, and people like that really rising to the top. People like really going for, not just physical health, their mental health. It is really changing. I've noticed this in kind of my time being in the industry. When I started, for me, it was all about appearance. That's what I got into it, training to change the way you look, purely kind of, just body image, not really thinking about longevity, not really thinking about mobility, flexibility, function. It was how it looked. Okay, and that's how I noticed it with a lot of my clients that I started with when I first started training. But now I'm getting a lot of people who want to look good but feel good, move better, be more mobile, be able to do new things. I think it's very interesting. I think it's very, very interesting indeed. I'm seeing it from like a social media background, see it from the kind of, influencers that are followed, and see it in my own business. So so we're going to discuss today the changing environment of the health and fitness industry. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tom Gilbert Show. I hope you're all having a good time. If you're on Spotify, please give us a review. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share. I love you all. All right, let's get into it. So the health and fitness industry, it's an interesting one. And what I've personally noticed, and I'd love to kind of hear your kind of, response on this, like comment down below or send me a message. Like I said, when I first started, it was all, six-pack shortcuts, how to get abs, how to get bigger arms, how to get bigger chest, stuff like that. Yes, there's still content about that out there. There's still, that hasn't gone away, but I'm seeing a huge shift. If you can just have to look on social media, from people who were maybe primarily kind of bodybuilding, working on their physiques, to people who are now hybrid athletes, people who are getting into martial arts, for example, jiu-jitsu, like I do, if you guys don't know, like that has grown so much over the last few years. Again, being pushing through social media, all these trends and the way the fitness industry goes and the way any industry goes nowadays, you can spot it from a mile away through social media. You can see the trends, like how the bloody fucking Kardashians run maybe the fashion or makeup world. I don't really know. It's not really my scene. I'm just guessing, all like big name celebrities run that. You see what they do. People will copy, like Crocs coming back into fashion. I think it was like some rapper or something that wore it again. I don't know, fucking clue. And then it kind of builds this trend and gets this momentum. So obviously in the fitness industry, there's been certain big names who've kind of, shifted across from more of a physique development stuff to physique development and, this hybrid style. Want to be able to look good but run a marathon, look good but be able to do a martial art, be able to be really mobile, think about the longevity of their sport rather than just how they look. And I have over the last year and really getting into jiu-jitsu, my shift in training has been the same. I started, when I was like 15, 16, how I looked. I had a little bit of a cardio era when I first started, but then it primarily went into kind of like, quote unquote bodybuilding style training, chest, back, legs, arms, delts kind of day, then into kind of like bro split stuff, then into legs push pull, upper lowers, all that kind of stuff. It was all for like how I looked. I wasn't really, thinking about getting stronger and stuff like that, but I wasn't really thinking of function. I wasn't thinking of longevity. I wasn't thinking of health. I was just thinking, let's just get bigger, let's just get stronger, let's develop my physique, which was cool. I got a lot from that. But I think now I'm older, I definitely know now I'm older, it's like I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be able to move good. I want to be able to do different things with my body. And, for example, jiu-jitsu has been that kind of outlet for me to, because the positions and movements I've had to be able to do, is so different to what I was doing before. So I've become so much more mobile and at tune with my body, and it's just made me completely shift my focus in training. I've seen a lot of my friends who've really been into training around the same age as me, and as they've gone through, from their teens to early and mid 20s, late 20s, stuff like that, they've seen that shift in their focus as well. They've come from, all right, I'm kind of bored of like, just training for appearance and stuff like that, because it gets bit slow and samey and mundane. And then now, especially if they're not like competing in bodybuilding or anything like that, they're just doing it for the sake of it. A lot of these people really shift their focus to something that's going to give them a little bit more feedback, instant feedback, like, a martial art, running, trying to get new distance of that, trying to, go for more strength-based movements, function-based movements, compete in some events they can do more frequently. Like I said, the high rocks, for example, I see a lot of people doing that. People doing more CrossFit style stuff, people doing more triathlon-based stuff. I've got a lot of friends are doing that, cycling, swimming, running, as well as some kind of appearance-based training. And it's just the whole shift in where the industry is going. People that I'm now working with in terms of personal training, I've got a lot of clients who like doing boxing and that with me, who want to become more mobile, who, more functional. And obviously as well as looking good and feeling good in their skin, but they want to be able to do shit. And I think it's great. Obviously, like I said, there's still a lot of people who are having this focus on purely physique and the physique development into bodybuilding. That's cool. I'm always going to have an interest in that kind of stuff. But I do think it's really interesting how things have changed and how things are changing. Because I've, been in this industry for a while now, been on the YouTube game on and off for a while now, looking at kind of certain creators and how they've changed. People that I've followed who've been primarily bodybuilding, heavy steroid users and stuff like that, who are now into, running, swimming, cycling, gymnastics, martial arts, people who are getting into these kind of things later in life because they're now more longevity. They're past the days where they just want to kind of look good for maybe a photo shoot or anything like that. They want to be able to do stuff. They want to be able to keep this up long term. And I think the fitness industry is really going that way now. You're seeing it in the clothes that are being put out there now. People are kind of, the new training shoes that are coming out. You see all these big brands pushing, these new running trainers, these training trainers, these, clothing that's more so for, obviously, yes, making you look good and feel good, but more versatile clothing that's coming out. Supplementation, even like, I don't know what like I think Andrew Huberman's a good example as well because he's a big name for it. He pushes a lot of this stuff for health, longevity, and obviously talks about all these studies that are being done. Not that I'm kind of in tuned on it, but if any of you follow him, there's a lot of stuff being done in the background, and that's gonna really kind of be at be seen in the forefront, be changing things. People are going to become more health focused, more physical health. More people are talking about mental health. It's not just about how you look; it's about how you feel. Okay, I know some of you be like, "Oh, you don't care about how you feel," whatever. But it's happening. It's changing. I think it's good. I think it's exciting because it means for me as a trainer, for example, it allows me. It opens up more doors. Because people are now more open to more different styles of training because they want to be able to do new things because it's quite fun and exciting, especially because I'm changing what I'm doing as well and opening my doors to, I want to look good and develop my physique, but I'm also trying to become more mobile. I'm still trying to develop my fitness. I'm trying to develop my jiu-jitsu, trying to develop my strength, also while developing my physique at the same time because it can be done. You don't have to, yes, if you want to be like, best bodybuilder in your kind of, national bodybuilder, stuff like that, or world champion, stuff like that. Yes, obviously dedicate bodybuilding. If you want to be best, just at one thing, yes, dedicate to that. But if you're looking to kind of be jack of all trades, you can. You can look good. You can feel good. You can move well, and still have, a very decent physique and be in very good health physically and mentally. And it's very interesting. I'm very interested to kind of see, how much it really does change in the industry over the next few years because you even seeing it in like fighting sports, with things that are coming through, boxing's getting a bit boring for people now, more people are kind of going, UFC, that kind of martial arts because there's more things to it, rather than just boxing, which is just one sport. UFC is multiple sports, so there's more interest kind of being brought in. Jiu-jitsu again is being a big one. I'm just speaking from like kind of what I know and my experience, but it seems like the focus is changing. And I'm here for it. I am here for the ride. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this though, like where you kind of see it going. Am I just chatting shit? Has it even changed at all? Okay, what do you guys think on this? If you're on YouTube, just comment down below. If you're on Spotify, come over to YouTube or drop me a message on Instagram. I'd love to kind of hear your guys' thoughts on like where you think it's going, what you think's happening, where you think we'll end up, what the next 5-10 years look like for the health and fitness industry, and where are you in your journey? Because it's interesting. It is interesting at all. Nice, short, sweet episode for you guys. This was something that I've been thinking about for, last few years it is changing, and I thought, let's have a little chat about it. Let's create a little bit of discussion. Okay, guys, love you all. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, review. Peace out. See you in the next episode. Boom.